You're listening to the Evolving Truths podcast, featuring mother-daughter hosts Shannon Day and Alexis Ray, where honest and vulnerable conversations about personal growth create a connection between all of us. You're invited to experience the transformation that occurs when we allow the truth of who we are to evolve.
Hello, you beautiful heart and soul. Welcome back.
Welcome back to Evolving Truths. We are so excited you're here. My name is Shannon Day. I am the mom, typically introduced second, but today it's me introducing. And with me, as always, is my daughter, Alexis Ray.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Alexis.
Thanks for stepping in on that. I legitimately was just like choking on my licorice.
You're supposed to chew your food good before you swallow, Alexis.
I know. I don't really know what happened there. I think I was trying to select because I just had to take some notes down for a work project that I can't forget after we record this conversation. So also please help me remember at the end of this conversation to put this on my actual to-do list.
Noted. Did everyone get that? Send Alexis a reminder.
I was trying to remember and then I was chewing at the same time and I don't know what happened. So, whew.
And then you hit record and here we are recording. So I guess we know what's going on with you right now, busy doing some work and us trying to record.
Yeah. What's going on with you?
I really don't think much of anything. I was just looking at my schedule and it's kind of fun because I'm actually home for a few weeks. Today, while going for a walk, one of the things I started to think about was hobbies and wanting to do some things. And I don't know if I call them hobbies per se, or just activities sometimes that you enjoy doing. And I thought this would be a fun conversation to have with Alexis, because I feel like you've gone through a range of things. I don't really think I have a hobby.
I've had that conversation with myself so much in life. Also, I'm really honored that you had a thought that made you think of having that conversation with me.
I often have thoughts that I think, I want to talk with Alexis about this. That's usually
so
when you get
cool.
a text or a phone call from me. This is just one that I thought would be fun to discuss with the Evolving Truths Fam Bam. Okay, so my first one is, and I've been saying this now for over a year because it's been over a year since I've done it, painting rocks.
Yeah, dude.
Some of my rocks out front are like faded, and they're faded even with me buying that extra paint and coating them that they're not supposed to fade. But nature, it's fine.
It's literally been 2 years since it's been longer than that. I was living at the Zunai place when we painted those rocks.
Yeah.
So
you have that one behind you in the corner studio that's beautiful that you painted here. So I'm going to find my paints on my recent visit back east. Because I had plenty of space in my luggage, though it did make my luggage very heavy.
You did not have rocks in your bag, Mom.
Totally did. And not rocks, just one, but it's big. Like it's probably at least, I don't know, this big. Other people can't see it, but it's good size. Yeah, I flew with that thing.
You're crazy.
Well, I thought it'd be cool to have this rock from Maine that I'm going to paint. So that is definitely on my list of things to do. And that's one thing I want to revisit. How about you? Is there anything you'd like to revisit or something you miss?
You telling a story about rocks made me think of when you were just here and you helped me replant some of my plants. Then thinking about plants made me think of that as another one of your hobbies and something that you've kind of helped me to develop. I love plants, and I've had a gift card to go get plants sitting on my desk since my birthday, and I haven't been able to spend it because me over the past 7 months, which is how long it's been, getting to the freaking store just wasn't going to happen because of my symptoms and how I've been feeling. And now I'm feeling good. Like I want to put that in my purse so I just have it with me. So the next time I think about going to that plant store, I can just be like, oh yeah, I have the gift card with me. Like I'm going to go right now.
I like it. I was going to say, you can wait until I visit and we can go together. But if the mood strikes you, go.
I know I want to get a snake plant. I think that I also kind of want like a tree, but it would need to be a tree that needs low light because I want to tuck it in that little corner right when you enter my room. So it's like in the hallway. So it needs low or indirect light,
Oh, yeah. I just looked up snake plant. Those are cool.
right?
How come you want one of those?
Because they're really difficult to kill.
Love it. Love it. Also, as I'm talking about this with painting rocks, my grandma just passed. And so helping her sons that are still alive and my mom with getting stuff out of the house and whatnot, outside, she had this really cool, like metal hanger that's a hummingbird. I guess that you can hang like either a bird feeder on it or a plant. Grandma Mickey loved hummingbirds. She also had some outdoor things that blew in the wind, not a chime, but like design things. I want to paint the hummingbird plant stand or whatever that thing's going to be, my garden decoration, paint that, and then maybe one of the hanging things also. So that kind of goes with, that's never been a hobby before, but I feel like that feels hobby like, and I'm excited about doing that. And while I'm doing it, maybe I'll even paint some of the pots that I have if I want to change them. So apparently my hobby currently has a theme of paint.
I really like that.
Okay, other hobbies.
All right, I have one. During COVID, I picked up like jewelry making. Like I would find different pieces of jewelry that I liked putting together. And then went from doing it super frequently to I would just do it when I would find a piece that I really liked. So my approach to it kind of changed from seeking out pieces to letting pieces in the universe find me kind of thing.
Like it.
I've made a couple of cool pieces that I've been wearing, one since last year. It has the Tree of Life medallion that you gave me the bracelet to wear. Was that going through my second called off engagement? Is that when you gave that to me?
I don't remember.
I think it had to have been because, no, I have no idea. But anyways.
I'm glad that you remember I gave it to you, though. I love that.
So it's that little medallion attached to a silver bar that has a punched out heart in it. So it's like negative space. And I got that on an adventure with a really good friend of mine. It was actually a gift from them to Winter Park. And that was like my first memory as an adult really being in Winter Park. Like I know we went probably when I was a kid, but I never remember like being there. So it was a super fun trip. And I put those two pieces together. Sorry, this story got really long, but I guess that's the meaning behind, how powerful pieces of jewelry can be.
It is a fun necklace. I am impressed that you are able to do jewelry with those nails.
Girl, that's why I have tools for it.
And I have a bracelet that I love, but the pieces that come with it just keep breaking off. So Mama's going to send that to you, and you could let that be a first hobby, is fixing Mom's bracelet.
Cool.
Get you back into your jewelry making.
That'll be great, because where I'm going with this story is I broke it this week. When I was at the hospital. It like got hooked on a string on my sweatshirt, and I tried to pull the sweatshirt away just thinking the little string would break, and it didn't. My necklace broke, so I have to fix it anyways. So yeah, mail me that thing and I'll fix it while I get my tools out.
Nice. It's on its way.
All right, we've come up with 3 so far.
Reading. I have been listening to audiobooks more. I go through phases where sometimes I listen to podcasts, which thank you all for listening to podcasts. We appreciate you. Yay. Very necessary. But then I'll go through phases where I listen to books, then also just getting back to reading books, and have been doing that more. So taking time away from playing on my phone. Oof, if we want to talk about new hobby, though I don't know if I can call this a hobby, the Match 3D game might be my new TikTok, where there's going to be some points where I'm going to have to take it off my phone, because
it's so impressive to me how much of a gamer you are, dude.
I can sit and play that Match 3D game like nobody's business. That could be considered a current hobby of mine. But last night I was pretty proud of myself, because when I went to bed, I have a really good book and I'm near the end and I need to get it back to the library so the next person in line can get it because I've had it longer than I should. So I was like, read your book, Shannon. I enjoyed being able to go to sleep with that instead of being on my phone. So I kind of tied two together there, but getting back into reading.
One, I did not get the gaming gene from you at all. Two,
well, you're welcome, maybe.
Talking about reading, I have a little story that ties into that and then leads me to my next hobby. So, reading. Last year, a lot of the books that we were discussing were personal development, personal growth, how to maximize your potential through meditation, through being loving and healing and alchemy and yada, yada, yada. You get the point. And since my onset of symptoms in September of 2022, I have had to take a long break from recreational reading because I didn't have the capacity to do that. Like it was too draining. It was too much. The little amount of energy that I did have needed to be preserved for anything and everything else. So now, as I've been on this medication for a couple of months and I'm starting to feel, but oh shoot, I got to take my meds. Don't let me forget to do that. As I'm starting to feel better, I'm getting back to reading, but I've been able to read like 2 quote unquote recreational books that are just like entertainment and they're light and they're airy is like the word that comes to my mind, but I can't really tell you why I'm describing books as airy.
They're just fun. Like cotton candy. It's like when you put a cotton candy in your mouth and it's just amazing. That's what a good book is like.
Yeah, when it's like an entertaining one. Like it's not something that I'm reading that's a lot of work. I'm not having to reflect. I'm not having to dive deep. It's like it's just chill. I have been reading by the pool, and I am totally going to say that sitting by the pool is a hobby of mine.
I like to do that hobby when I'm there with you too.
And kind of circling back into one of our other episodes of like gratitude for life, I am so grateful that I can just sit outside at the pool because this time almost a year ago, I could barely even sit in my room with the blinds closed. That's how light sensitive I was. And the other day I was at the pool, and this is the funny part of the story. I freaking dropped my book in the pool, and I have never done that before. And I was so bummed. Thankfully, though, I live in Arizona and it dried super fast, but now it's like dried a little crusty. Not like a normal book. Yeah. Oh, and another thing, speaking of recreational, the day that I dropped my pool in the book, there was a chick laying next to me and what?
You just said the day that I dropped my pool in the book.
Oh, that's funny. The day that I dropped my book in the pool, there was a girl sitting next to me and she was reading also. And it was like just after I had dropped mine and I'm like, fudge, like I'm gonna have to go up and get another. So I was just laying there like letting it dry for a second and I look over at the book that she's reading and it was Harry Potter. And I'm kind of thinking that I might like slowly embark on rereading those.
I would do that with you.
Okay, let's do it, Mom.
I have the collection still in a gift box set, all wrapped up that 2 of my really good friends gave to me. And I have been waiting to open it until I decided I wanted to read that again. I like that. Other hobbies. Call running a hobby?
Oh, for sure. That's a passion for sure.
It is a passion, yet it's something I'm currently not doing and struggling to get myself going with. So I've got to ponder that one a little bit more.
Hobbies are something that I think, oh, here you go. This feels like an important piece of this conversation. What is a hobby? And in my opinion, it's something that you enjoy doing. It brings you fun. It feels like adult play, but it's something that you can like leave and come back to. I don't believe that something to qualify as a hobby has to be something that you do consistently all the time.
Valid. I like that.
And you know when a hobby fits your certain time of life because you're like, that's what's filling me up right now. but it's okay that 6 months down the road, something different is filling me up.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
Also, I was going to say, is getting my nails done a hobby? Because if it is, I love it.
I think we could call that a passion for you.
Also, my hair.
I love what you said about adult play. Recently, we had a conversation about making sure we're really appreciating life while we still have life to really appreciate, keeping that playful spirit. And that to me is what hobbies do, and recognizing how that can fuel us for other things, right? Work, relationships, challenging situations we're facing, whatever it is. I think the great thing about hobbies or things we really enjoy doing is we all get to pick it, and not letting anyone make you feel bad about whatever it is that you're doing.
I totally agree with you. And to your point, kind of tying into the previous conversation that we had about gratitude and how to remember what's great in life. And we talked about the play and the fun, and what you just said, I think rolls all together of it's the moments that you're actually experiencing life versus not.
I live in an older condo, and I'm not really sure what they used to hang on the ceiling here, but I have a ton of hooks. I'm starting to get more plants and don't have places to put them. So I should start to use these hooks. Who knows? Maybe I learn how to make macrame hangers.
I love that. And I'm super excited to see how this plays out.
Me too.
Okay. Another hobby of mine or activity that I like, but has left my life, and I'm looking forward to it slowly coming back in whatever shape and form that takes, is yoga.
I knew you were going to say that.
How did you know?
I don't know. I just had a feeling. I'm like, she's going to put yoga in here.
Totally. So I look forward to the day that I make enough money again that I can afford to have a yoga membership.
I like yoga too. Also, not to digress, but I did Google macrame plant hanging patterns, and I found some free patterns. I am pretty darn excited about this.
I definitely want you to make one for me once you get like good at it.
Like the caveat. Mom, practice on the ones that are going to hang in your house.
Yes.
But when you get good at it, make me one.
Yeah, I want like the 4th or 5th version.
Noted. You want to know something else I really enjoy doing? I don't think I could call it a hobby, but it feels like it kind of feeds me the same way as a hobby. I love to shovel snow.
That's funny. I like that for you.
Maybe next winter I'll get a job with some company to shovel snow so I can make some money doing something that I love.
I love that.
Lexus, anything else you'd like to add to hobbies?
Yeah, I mean, sports used to be a huge hobby for me. I used to love four-wheeling in our Jeeps. Oh, hiking, dude. I knew I was missing one. Hiking is a huge hobby of ours. I want to go to like the cool places. I want to go to the Instagram cool places of Arizona for hiking.
Let's pick some and plan a trip.
Let's do it. Mom,
Lexus,
we cannot end this show without one of the like most important hobbies that you and I share in together.
Yeah. It's just become a new hobby in this last year.
By the time you're listening to this, we're actually probably pretty freaking close to our 1-year anniversary of this activity.
So podcasting, recording Evolving Truths, the Evolving Truths Fab Bam Bam. This is a hobby and something that we love doing. And we so appreciate everyone who's along with us for the ride.
Woohoo! Yeah, I love podcasting with you. It's the best.
Me too, Lexus. Me too.
Anything else this week, Mom? Like, go have fun, take it easy. Tell us about your playtime.
Share with us what your hobby is. Explore a new hobby. Maybe dive back into a hobby. If Lexus and I are your cup of tea, please leave a 5-star rating and review. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Share us with others.
Follow the show wherever you are listening, and we will be back next week. But until then, please remember, life is beautiful and you create the magic. Have a good one.
Connect with Shannon and Alexis in the Evolving Truths community by visiting evolvingtruthspodcast.com. Links are in the show notes. The artwork for this project was created by Julie B. Salazar and is entitled Celebration from the Inner Landscape print series. The Evolving Truths podcast is produced and edited by Shannon Day and Alexis Ray, recorded from the Corner Studio in conjunction with Alexis Ray Enterprises, LLC.